Massage my shoulders while I work. 6 words. Fumiko Otsuka, 22, freezes mid-step. Her hands go cold. The American officer doesn't look up from his typewriter. He just waits. She knows what this means. Every woman in the Imperial Army knows. First the small requests, then the real ones. 487 Japanese women are held in U.S. POW camps by August 1945. Japanese propaganda says all 487 will be violated, every single one. That's what Americans do. That's what all enemies do. Fumiko believes this like she believes the sun rises east. The typewriter clacks. Sergeant Robert Holloway, 34, keeps typing. He's writing supply requisitions, boring, mundane. His shoulders hunch forward because he's been at this desk for 9 hours. Kare wa watashi wo kawasu daro, minaso suru. He will break me. They all do. Fumiko's feet won't move. Back in Saipan, she watched what happened when islands fell. She smelled the smoke. She heard the screams. Women jumped off cliffs rather than face capture. She didn't jump. Now she wishes she had. The room smells like carbon paper and cigarette smoke. A ceiling fan clicks overhead, broken blade, off rhythm. Holloway's neck is thick, sunburned. She can see the muscles knotted beneath his collar. He doesn't turn around. Whenever you're ready, he says, keeps typing. Her hands shake as she raises them. First contact. Her palms press against rough cotton. His shoulders are granite. She kneads once, twice. Waits for him to grab her wrist, spin around, do what soldiers do. He doesn't. The typewriter keeps clacking. She keeps kneading. 5 minutes, 10. Her arms burn. Still nothing. He's just working. Naze kare wa watashi ni sawaranai no. Why isn't he touching me? 15 minutes. Her confusion outweighs her fear now. This isn't right. This isn't how capture works. She's seen the training films. She's heard the warnings whispered between nurses at midnight. The Americans are animals, worse than animals. But this animal's writing about boot shipments, hasn't looked at her once. His breathing is steady, bored, like she's furniture. The typing stops. Holloway cracks his neck, rolls his shoulders, signs the document. That's good, thank you. He stands, walks past her, doesn't touch her, doesn't look at her, and opens the door. You can go back now. Fumiko doesn't move. Her brain hasn't caught up. This was supposed to be the beginning, the demand before the assault. But when she returns to the barracks and tells them what happened, no one believes her. That's all he wanted? Just a massage? Noriko Shibasaki, 31, stares at Fumiko like she's lying. The barracks go quiet. 23 women crowd around a single kerosene lamp, its flame throwing shadows that jump and twist. He didn't try anything else? Fumiko shakes her head. Noriko laughs. It's not a happy sound. It's the laugh of someone who survived 3 years in a military comfort station. She knows what men want. She knows what they take. Then you didn't understand the request. Kare wa nanika wo materu, ashita wa motawarui. He's waiting for something. Tomorrow will be worse. The Imperial Japanese military forced 200,000 women into sexual slavery, their own comfort system, built and operated by Japanese officers. That's the framework these women know. That's the only truth they've been taught. American POW regulations, AR 600-375, they've never heard of it. But it exists. Physical contact with prisoners means court-martial. Violation means 10 years hard labor, dishonorable discharge, career destruction. Fumiko doesn't know any of this. She just knows the American didn't touch her, and that makes no sense. Reiko Fujimoto, 26, sits in the corner. She was a university translator before conscription. She reads English. She's been watching, listening. Tomorrow she plans to find out why the wool blankets smell like mothballs and old sweat. Someone coughs in the dark. The wooden walls creak with the wind. You're either lying, Noriko says, or you're too stupid to know what's coming. Fumiko's hands still shake. She keeps seeing his shoulders, his hunched back, the typewriter ribbon clicking. He never even looked at her face. Kare wa watashi no kao wo mite inakata. He didn't see my face, and somehow that's worse. Because if he didn't see her, what was he doing? Why ask at all? 3 bunks down, a young signals operator named Chio Arakawa, 19, pulls her blanket tighter. She's the youngest here, captured 6 weeks ago, still believes everything she was taught in training. Maybe he's different, Chio whispers. Noriko turns on her. There are no different ones. Remember that. But Chio keeps thinking about Fumiko's story. A massage. Just a massage. No hands wandering, no door locking, no weight pressing her down. It doesn't fit. The lamp flickers, oil running low, and then the door opens. A guard silhouette, pointing. Shibasaki, you, come. Noriko stands slowly. Her face goes blank. Survival mode. She's done this before. The women watch her walk out. No one says goodbye. Noriko's hands won't stop trembling. She can't button her uniform collar. Fingers like dead things. Useless. Mata hajimaru. Onegai. Mata wadame. Not again. Please. Not again. The hallway stretches forever. Concrete floor. Her footsteps echo. The guard walks ahead. Doesn't look back. She's memorized these walks. 3 years of them. The comfort stations had long hallways too. She counted steps then. She counts now. 23, 24, 25. Door opens. Inside a desk. Filing cabinets. An American soldier holding paper. Private Daniel Kowalski, 21. Looks up. Farm kid from Nebraska. Big hands. Soft eyes. He smiles. Noriko flinches. I need help organizing these. He gestures at stacked folders. Alphabetical order. You know English letters? She shakes her head. Voice won't come. Okay. He pulls out a chair. Sit. I'll teach you. Kore wa wana. Da. Sawada shunkan. This is a trap. The moment I sit. But he's already drawing letters. A, B, C chalk on a small blackboard. His handwriting is terrible. He laughs at himself. My teacher said I write like a drunk chicken. She doesn't understand the joke. She understands the sound, the lightness, no threat in it. Average comfort station survivor, used 20 to 30 times daily. Noriko endured that for 3 years and 2 months, 1,153 days. This American spends 4 hours teaching her the alphabet. Just teaching. His hand touches hers once, moving her finger to trace the letter G. She yanks back, heart hammering, waiting. He pulls away immediately. Sorry, my fault. Won't happen again. And it doesn't. By hour 3, she can recognize 12 letters. By hour 4, she reads her first English word, apple. Her eyes sting. Kare note ga kami ni fureta dake, watashi ni dewanaku. His hands only touch paper, not me. The room smells like ink and wood polish. Sunlight slants through dirty windows. Dust motes float. She watches them drift, while he explains, Q always has U after it. Why? Why is he doing this? When he dismisses her, she can't move. Legs won't work. He waits patiently, doesn't rush her, doesn't touch her. Same time tomorrow? She nods, finds her feet, walks back. In the barracks, Fumiko is waiting. What happened? What did they... He taught me letters. Silence. He taught you what? But Noriko can't explain. She's holding the alphabet card he gave her. Paper, just paper. That night, for the first time in 3 years, she speaks more than 5 words. What she says divides the entire barracks. They're not like our men. Noriko says it quietly. The barracks explodes. You're a collaborator. Takako Mizuno, 29, is standing now, Imperial Army true believer, fists clenched. You're enjoying this? Is that it? Omae wa uragiri mono da. You're a traitor. Fumiko steps between them. She's telling the truth. He didn't touch me either. Then you're both liars, or both whores. The words hit like shrapnel. Noriko's face doesn't change. She's heard worse, felt worse. But Reiko Fujimoto, the translator, stands up from her corner. She's been silent for days, watching, reading. They have rules, Reiko says. Written rules. AR 600-375. Everyone turns. What rules? Chio, the youngest, asks. Physical contact with prisoners. Any contact. Reiko's voice is steady. University-trained precision. Court-martial. 8 to 10 years imprisonment. Dishonorable discharge. Silence. I found their regulation manual in the garbage behind the mess hall. They threw it away after updating. Where no gun wa kore wo kinshi shinakata. Carrera gatsukuta. Our military didn't forbid this. They created it. 3 American soldiers court-martialed for POW violations in the Pacific Theater. 1944-45. All 3 received 8+ years. Careers destroyed. Families shamed. Japanese military punishment for the same offense. Nothing. Comfort stations were official policy. Stamped, approved, funded. Takako's fist slowly lowers. Her certainty cracks. Just slightly. That can't be right. I read it myself. In English. Word by word. The kerosene lamp flickers. Someone's crying softly in the back. The truth tastes metallic, like blood from a bitten tongue. Their own army did this. Institutionalized it. Celebrated it. The enemy army punishes it. Chio hugs her knees to her chest. She's 19. She believed everything. The emperor, the cause, the divine mission. Now she doesn't know what to believe. Watashitachi wa damasarete ita, subite nitsuite. We were deceived. About everything. Noriko sits down slowly. The alphabet card is still in her hand. She traces the letter A with her finger. What else have they lied about? Fumiko whispers. No one answers. The door opens again. The guard. Different one this time. Younger. Nervous. He's pointing at Fumiko. You. Medical building. Now. Fumiko's blood goes cold. Medical building. That's where they do experiments. That's what the propaganda said. Vivisection. Testing. American doctors cutting prisoners open while they're still alive. She stands. Legs numb. Noriko grabs her wrist. Whatever happens, count the steps. It helps. Fumiko nods. Walks out. 23 steps. 24. 25. The medical building door opens. What's behind it is worse than she imagined. Far worse. Take off your clothes. Fumiko's vision narrows. Here it is. The truth behind the kindness. The trap behind the alphabet lessons. The room smells like disinfectant. Harsh. Chemical. A female American nurse stands waiting. Lieutenant Catherine Walsh, 28. Red Cross armband. Clean white uniform. For delousing, Walsh adds. You have lice. Everyone does. Kore wa usoda, karada wo mitai dake. This is a lie. They just want to see my body. Fumiko doesn't move. Her uniform feels like armor. The only protection she has left. Lice infestation rate in Japanese POW arrivals, 94%. Typhus follows lice. Typhus death rate, if untreated, 40%. The Americans know this. They've seen the math. They've buried the bodies. There's a shower, Walsh says gently. Hot water, real soap. I'll examine you after. Just me, no men. Hot water. Fumiko hasn't felt hot water in 8 months. The last bath she took was in a river in Saipan. Cold, muddy, quick. Before the bombing started, she removes her uniform, slowly, waiting for the trick, the door to open, the men to come in. Nothing. Walsh hands her a towel, points to the shower stall. Take your time. Atsui mizu, seken, watashi wa ningen data koto wo wasurataita. Hot water. Soap. I forgot I was human. The water hits her skin. She gasps. It's hot. Clean. It runs brown off her body. Dirt, sweat, weeks of fear dissolving down the drain. The soap smells like flowers. Lavender. She hasn't smelled flowers since home. Since before the war made everything ash and smoke. She stands there for 11 minutes, crying. Not from fear, from something she can't name. The medical exam takes 15 minutes. Walsh checks her heart, lungs, teeth. Notes the malnutrition, the healed fracture on her wrist, the scars on her feet. You'll get extra rations, Walsh says. Calcium supplements. Your bones need help. Nays? Naze teki ga watashi wa naoshita no? Why? Why does the enemy want to fix me? Walsh gives her clean clothes. Cotton. Soft. No holes. You're done. You can go back. Fumiko stands at the door. The soap bar is still in her hand. She didn't realize she took it. Walsh notices. Smiles. Keep it. You'll need it. She walks back to the barracks. Clean, examined, untouched. But Chiyo isn't there. Where is she? Fumiko asks. No one answers. Where is Chiyo? Noriko points toward the other building, the one with the strange sounds coming from inside. Fumiko hears it now, a sound that makes no sense. Laughter. The laughter is wrong, high-pitched, uncontrolled. Fumiko runs toward it. The dental building, white walls, a chair that reclines, metal tools on metal trays. Chiyo Arakawa, 19, is sitting in that chair, mouth open, laughing so hard she can barely breathe. Naz kanojo wa warate iru no, nani wo sareta? Why is she laughing? What did they do? Captain William Jennings, 36, Army dentist, steps back from the chair. He's holding a small mirror. His gloves have blood on them. The anesthesia, he explains to the nurse beside him. Some people react this way. It'll wear off. Anesthesia, numbing agent. Chiyo has never felt it before. Japanese female auxiliary dental care budget, 0 yen. The Imperial Army didn't believe women soldiers needed teeth. They needed obedience. Chiyo has 11 cavities. One abscess so severe, Jennings is shocked she can still eat. He's seen battlefield wounds less infected than her molars. How long since your last dental visit, he asks. She doesn't understand the question. She's never had a dental visit. Watashi tachi wa bangu data, karera wa watashi tachi wo kanja to yobu. We were numbers. They call us patients. Fumiko watches from the doorway. The dentist is gentle, methodical. He explains each step to the nurse who writes everything down. No rushing, no roughness. When Chiyo's laughing finally stops, she looks at Fumiko with something like wonder. He fixed my tooth. He actually fixed it. 12,000 Axis prisoners treated by U.S. dental programs, 1944-45. Teeth pulled, filled, cleaned, free. Mandatory for health, but performed with care. Jennings removes his gloves. She'll need 3 more sessions. That abscess nearly reached her jawbone. Another month, and she'd have lost it. Another month. The Japanese military would have let her rot. Literally. Chiyo holds the extracted tooth in her palm, black at the root, dead for months. I'm keeping this, she says. No one argues. Dareka ga watashi wo naosu kachi ga aru to omotta. Someone thought I was worth fixing. Fumiko helps her walk back. Chiyo's legs are wobbly from the drugs. The afternoon sun is warm on their faces, almost peaceful. They're not what we were told, Chiyo whispers. Fumiko nods. She's still holding the soap bar from the shower, clean, hidden in her pocket. They're almost at the barracks when the announcement comes. A Japanese translator's voice over the camp loudspeaker. Attention all female prisoners. Tomorrow morning, the commander has a special request. No one sleeps that night. We need volunteers. The translator pauses. Colonel Samuel Morrison, 52, stands at the front. Silver hair, tired eyes. He lost his only son at Iwo Jima 3 months ago. The women don't move. Volunteering means something specific in their experience. It means you don't come back the same. Shigenhei wa itsumo saigo ni shinu. Volunteers always die last. For the hospital, Morrison continues. Washing bandages, assisting nurses, basic care work, not mandatory. Optional. Optional. Fumiko has never heard that word from an officer. Extra rations for those who help, meat twice a week instead of once. 23 women stand in formation. No one steps forward. Then Noriko moves. The comfort station survivor. 3 years of hell. She walks to the front, stands before the American colonel. I volunteer. Watashi wa kizutsukeru koto shika shiranakata. Karera wa iasu koto wo oshiete kureru. I only knew how to be hurt. They're teaching me how to heal. Silence. Absolute. Every woman staring. Takako, the true believer, whispers, "She's lost her mind." But Chio steps forward too, then Fumiko, then 2 more, then 3. First day volunteer rate, 5 women of 23. By week's end, that number will be 19. The hospital smells like iodine and copper. Wounded American soldiers fill every bed, missing limbs, burned faces, bandages soaked through. Noriko's first task, wash bloody bandages, hot water, lye soap. Her hands remember the motion. She was a nurse once, before the comfort stations took everything. She washes 37 bandages that first day, each one someone's wound, someone's pain. Private Michael Torres, 22, watches her work. He lost his left hand on Okinawa, Japanese mortar. "You're good at that," he says. She doesn't answer, keeps scrubbing. "Hey," his voice softens. "Thank you. Teki ga watashi ni kansha shita, kansha shita." The enemy thanked me. Thanked me. Morrison watches from his office window. The experiment is working. Enemy prisoners, treating enemy wounded. Something impossible, becoming ordinary. 340 American soldiers will receive care from Japanese POW volunteers by war's end. The women save 11 lives through early infection detection. They hold hands during amputations. They write letters home for boys who can't grip pens. Reiko documents everything in her notebook, page after page, evidence that will become a book 40 years later. The camp transforms slowly, edges softening, walls becoming bridges. But 3 weeks later, something happens that breaks everyone, American and Japanese alike. He knew my name. Fumiko is crying, not from fear, not from pain, something worse, something that doesn't have a word. Private David Mercer, 20, is dying. Shrapnel in his chest, too deep to remove. The doctors gave him 2 weeks. He lasted 23 days. Fumiko spent every one of those days beside him. "Kare wa watashi no namae wo oboete ita, chichisai oboete inakata no ni." He remembered my name. My father never did. She taught him Japanese phrases. He taught her American songs. "You are my sunshine." She still doesn't understand all the words, but she knows the melody. He had a girl back home, Emily. Blonde hair in the photograph he kept under his pillow. He wrote her letters. Fumiko helped when his hands shook too much. "Dear Emily, I'm still thinking about you, every day. Don't forget me." Letters, Japanese POW women helped write for wounded Americans, 214. Some dictated word by word, some just held steady, while broken hands tried to grip pens. Mercer's breathing changed this morning, rattling, wet. Fumiko held his hand. His skin was cold. 20 years old, farm boy from somewhere called Ohio, liked baseball, missed his dog. "Fumiko-san," he whispered. She leaned closer. "Tell Emily I tried." Then nothing. The heart monitor flatlined at 0347 hours. She didn't let go of his hand until the nurses made her. "Kare wa teki data. Demo kare wa watashi wo mita." He was the enemy, but he saw me. Takako watches from across the ward, the true believer, the one who called them traitors. Her fists aren't clenched anymore. Her certainty cracked weeks ago. Now it shatters completely. She walks to Fumiko, stands there, no words. Then she kneels, picks up the letter Fumiko was helping write. Unfinished. Mercer's last words to Emily, incomplete. "I'll finish it," Takako says. "Tell me what he wanted to say." Fumiko can't speak. Noriko translates. Chio writes. Reiko addresses the envelope. 4 former enemies completing 1 American soldier's goodbye. The letter ships out 3 days later. It reaches Ohio in September. Emily frames it, keeps it until her own death in 2003. Kare wa shinda, demo kare no kotoba wa ikinokota. He died, but his words survived. The war ends 17 days after Mercer's death. Emperor's voice on the radio. Surrender. It's over. But for these women, a different war is just beginning. Japan has no place for survivors. We cannot go home. Reiko says it first. They all know why. Horio wa kagare da. Ona no horio wa sore iju ni kagare da. POWs are contaminated. Female POWs are worse. Japan has a word for women who survived capture: shame. Families disown them. Villages reject them. The ones who return face whispers, isolation, silence that kills slower than bullets. 12 of 31 women choose to go back anyway. Within 5 years, 3 will take their own lives. 8 will live as ghosts, present but invisible, erased from family records. The remaining 19 request asylum. They file paperwork in a language they learned from enemies. Fumiko helps translate. Noriko witnesses. Chio stamps. Teki ga watashitachi no kuni yorimo watashitachi wo aishita. The enemy loved us more than our own country. San Francisco, 1952. Noriko opens a medical clinic in Japantown. She treats everyone, Japanese, American, Chinese, anyone who walks through the door. The alphabet chart hangs on her wall. Frame cracked, letters fading. She works until she's 77, never charges a single patient. Chicago, 1958. Fumiko marries an American veteran. Not from her camp, different unit, different war. But he understands something others don't. They have 3 children, 2 languages at the dinner table. She keeps the soap bar in a drawer. Lavender faded to ghost. Los Angeles, 1961. Chio graduates dental school, top of her class. She specializes in children. Scared kids remind her of herself, 19, terrified, sitting in that chair. The extracted tooth sits on her desk. Conversation starter, proof that someone thought she was worth fixing. Chesana shinsetsu ga subete wo kayeta. Small kindness changed everything. Tokyo, 1987. Reiko publishes her notebook. The Regulations That Saved Us. It sells 40,000 copies. American veterans write letters. Some apologize for things they didn't do. Some thank her for seeing their humanity. Portland, 1991. Fumiko's granddaughter asks about the war. Fumiko tells her everything: the massage, the typewriter, the shower, the letters, the boy from Ohio who knew her name. The granddaughter writes it down, types it on an old typewriter, same model Holloway used. Somehow it still works. Watashi no kara wo mominasai. Massage my shoulders. 6 words that should have meant horror. 6 words that meant, you are human. I see you. The typewriter clacks. Different hands now, different century. Same truth. In war, the smallest gestures, a rule followed when no one's watching, a name remembered, a letter finished, become the difference between enemy and human. That January, 6 words nearly broke them. What came after built something propaganda never could.